Ultimately, it was a vehicle-borne IED that struck our convoy, and we were being engaged from, multiple different compounds, around us. And Marines doing what they are trained to do, start to push out of the zone and engage the threat. At some point in time, and now I don't know if this was a tactic that was used by the Taliban at that time, saying that there were innocent civilians that had gotten killed. And it was a huge investigation on why these Marines basically killed innocent civilians in Afghanistan. They were planning on taking over our compound, breaching the walls and taking over. So that was always there. In addition to, being outside of the wire when we're doing missions and whatnot. But we did get engaged. And ultimately, as sad as it is to say, that deployment got cut a little bit short because that was the very first MARSOC company to deploy to Afghanistan. That was since MARSOC had been stood up, we were the first ones to go.
What year is this?
This is, we left in the beginning of 2007.
Okay.
And we ended up getting kicked out of country.
I've heard about this incident. So I've heard about this incident at the first MARSOC unit to deploy under SOCOM, and I heard it was a fucking shit show.
Yeah, to say the least, man. It was a Fox company, and I was working at the time under probably one of the most respectable officers within the Force Reconnaissance MARSOC community at the time. Major Fred Galvin was our company commander, and he basically knew what the fuck we were there to do. And unfortunately, the incident that happened that resulted in us getting kicked out of the country, it ruined careers. His being one of them, just completely ruined guys' careers.
Well, what was the incident?
So those guys recently got exonerated. This has been years. So think from 2007 to when they got exonerated in 2019. That's the amount of time it took.
It's fucking 12 years.
12 years, dude. And by this point, their careers have went down the drain. And now they're just trying to save what's left of their lives.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it was a vehicle-borne IED that struck our convoy, and we were being engaged from, multiple different compounds, around us, and Marines doing what they are trained to do, start to push out of the kill zone and engage the threat. At some point in time, somebody, and now I don't know if this was a tactic that was used by the Taliban at that time, saying that there were innocent civilians that had gotten killed as a result of this, but it went up to the top of the flagpole, man, and it was a huge investigation on why these Marines basically killed innocent civilians in Afghanistan. Everybody kind of forgot the fact that what initiated this engagement was a car bomb.
Yeah.
A car bomb was driven into one of our vehicles on the convoy, and we did what we were trained to do.
Yeah. I remember hearing about that, and special operations handles shit a lot differently, and it's a lot more surgical, and it was very...
Yeah, I'll give you an example, man. For those of you that haven't been to Afghanistan before, you probably wouldn't know this, but there were times where we'd go outside of the wire to zero in different weapons, go out, test the